lush, my babe.
Welcome to East Coast DNA. Returning guest Jessica Rhaye here today, and she's brought a friend with her today. So, welcome, Jessica and Bill.
Hello.
Hi.
So, just to start things off, Jessica was a previous guest of East Coast DNA. We were just discussing it was just a shortly, I think September. It was the end of September last year. So, I mean, it's just been over a year. And at the time, we were talking about Jessica Rhaye and the Ramshackle Parade,
Mm.
which sounds like it was quite the successful project because there's some Music New Brunswick award nominations out there now. So
Yeah.
I know that's coming up. So best of luck and congratulations on the nomination.
Yeah, thank you.
And when I saw your new project, at first, I saw the Ray name and I recognized that right away, but I was like, what's this Preeper Rhaye MacKay? And then I was like, oh, she ditched the Ramshackle Parade because she doesn't like those people. And she decided to go with, oh, yeah, the same people. So you brought Bill Pepper here today.
Preeper.
Preeper, yeah.
Preeper, okay. And the other is Sandy MacKay.
Sandy MacKay, yeah. Yeah, so
So,
we did not ditch the Ramshackle Parade, just so you know.
yes.
Ramshackle Parade is still thriving. We just recorded some new music in the spring, and I'm excited. We're going to be releasing a new Christmas single this year, and
Oh,
also I'm not sure how we're going to roll out the new music yet, but it's all Ramshackle Parade. But Bill and Sandy are Ramshackle Parade members, and we've been singing probably as long as the Ramshackle Parade's been around
Yeah.
together.
I was the last one to join Ramshackle, but before that, we were doing the odd gig together.
Yeah, and even we rehearse a lot more than we were rehearsing as a Ramshackle Parade. So we would rehearse our vocal parts of like the Sunshine Baby project,
yes.
and I don't know. I feel like it was through that we
Yeah, and partly the three of us are more free. Sandy and
yeah
I are retired, and Jess is self-employed,
yeah
and the other guys are Clinton and Chris are still working full time, and they're hard to nail down.
yeah.
So it's just more convenient for us to get together.
Oh,
But we miss
absolutely.
those guys. We
We
really
do,
miss them.
we miss them.
You see a
So
lot of like alternate configurations. The closer you are to any individual music scene, the more you see them. Because
mhm.
I know of a few instances of similar situations, like in the HRM area, because I'm Nova Scotia based. But in Pictou County, like because I know a lot of the people personally, like there's some people that have like five or six different configurations with all different names, but
Oh,
it's
we see
it's
a lot
it's
of that.
essentially the same people, and since it's a smaller community, the all the people might be in the room at the time, so like you
Yeah,
could get the configuration during the set.
right.
But with your situation where it's a more condensed version of what you're doing, I'm curious too, like as far as genre wise, it's a little different too. Like I find the Ramshackle Parade stuff's more I think upbeat might be the word I'm looking for. It definitely lends itself to like your pop rock radio play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now with this project, it's definitely more leaning towards not specifically, it doesn't jump out to me as like East Coast Celtic, but it's more of a traditional kind of sound to
Yeah,
it.
definitely folkier.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
more we go a little bit more acoustic and a little bit more traditional kind of sounding.
Yeah. We've actually kind of called it Maritime Appalachian music is
Ah,
kind of invented this our sound.
Yeah, we have long, tense conversations about what to call it. Like,
But I like Maritime Appalachian.
yeah,
I
here we
think it
go.
sounds cool.
I like it. There's
Music.
there's probably a few other bands that would fit into that same category that are from our region as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. But really, I mean, I feel like this music is so natural. It feels I'm not saying it's more natural than our Sunshine Baby music because that feels right as well. But this being so, it was just really rootsy. It feels like we're really, it's part of us, and it just feels so natural to perform it and to sing
Yeah,
it.
we all sit down with an acoustic guitar or
Yeah,
mandolin or something, and the songs are quite often developed that way originally. So with the band, we just take everything to a different level,
yeah,
and
more
there's
layers.
input from Clinton and Chris, and it just becomes a bigger
Yeah,
thing, and that's great. So we just don't go quite as far with the trio, and but not to say that that's a limit. Sometimes it kind of sets you free to go in directions that you can't go when you have more people involved, and
yeah,
it's and some of the lower key stuff that we do just wouldn't lend itself to a band. It's
Sure.
way too depressing to do with the rock and roll.
Yeah. No, I definitely like, well, and you mentioned Jessica Layers. I do find that with a fuller band, that layered approach is really required so that everybody has their own voice in the
Mhm.
process of constructing, even if there's a main set of writers for the song. When you have that many players, even if it's just rehearsing for performing live, like you do have to add in all those different layers and considerations. And it does kind of lend itself more with a trio that you organically can sit around. Well, like you mentioned, Bill, like pull out your acoustic guitars. You could probably sit around and jam for an hour, and then you're like, oh, like this is a new song. And then
Yeah,
it's just through repetition that you get that flow, and then you have a full performance ready and you're ready to go
Yeah, we
record an
kind of do
album.
that with the band too. It
Yeah.
just
yeah,
works. It turns out a little differently with only three people, I guess, because you can't take it in those same directions.
yeah. There's definitely more space. There's more space for when we're a trio. We can
Yeah.
there's just more space and more air to kind of do something different. But also, I mean, we do the Sunshine Baby record as a trio as well. It's almost like
Oh,
we have
cool.
a
Yeah.
second version of every song because it's stripped down to
Hmm.
Yeah.
just the three of
It's
us.
an adjustment
Yeah.
to go back and forth. But
Now, aside from Sandy and Bill, you also have Dale Murray behind the scenes on the maybe more so on the production end, but I do see that he's got his fingers in there a little bit too.
Yeah,
mm,
yeah, he played on this record. What did he play? Dobro and banjo.
yeah,
Yeah.
can't remember which ones he did what on, but I know there's some other things. Triangle.
Yeah, triangle. Yeah, some
And
little
I think
key
there's a
parts.
glockenspiel in there too. I'm
Could
not
be.
sure.
Yeah, he kind of adds a little Dale sprinkle on top after everything's been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
is his flares something that he's contributing during the kind of production process of the recording, or is he actually in the room during some of the songwriting sessions?
No, he hasn't been involved in the songwriting. It's all it's
Hmm.
production when we go to Dale. But we love working with Dale. This
yeah,
is like how many projects have we done with him now? Four?
at least one.
Maybe even five for me because I did Song and Me with him before I
Yeah,
hung out with
right.
you guys. Yeah, we love working with Dale. He's so patient and
Yeah, he doesn't say anything until he's a man of few words when it comes to production, and he holds off until he can say something that's going to be constructive, and it's
yeah,
always helpful, and we really appreciate his input, advice and suggestions as well as musical
yeah,
instruments. So
yeah,
it's really fun working with him, and he's a great guy.
yeah. And he directs us really well too. It's not like, okay, what do we do next? Like he's like, okay, we're gonna do this next. You know, I love working with Dale, and that's why I worked with him for many years now because he's so awesome.
So you do have a nice close-knit circle of people that you can pull upon to do these different projects, but are you planning on maintaining both this new trio project and the Ramshackle Parade moving forward as far as a like a performing band, or is the trio more of like, is it something that will tour?
Oh yeah, well, absolutely. There's like I say, Ramshackle Parade has not gone away.
Hmm.
Uh, we're doing the trio tour right now to back this album, and sometimes it's depending on the show that we're being asked to play. Sometimes it's better to do it as a trio, or it's more
Hmm.
affordable to do as a trio as well. Like taking a band on the road is really expensive, right?
Yeah, I don't think people realize how much
Oh my
people
goodness.
are investing. Like that, like
Yeah,
it's your career, but like
yeah.
if people had to buy a car every time they went to work, they probably wouldn't do that job anymore. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, just compared like this tour compared to last year, we rented vehicle. We had four hotel rooms as opposed to just two this year,
mm,
Well, we had two big vans.
Yeah, it was an adventure. I mean, it was awesome. I wish we were going
Yeah.
on tour again with the full band, but this is fun too. It's good to switch it
Yeah,
up,
we're
I
staying
think.
with Sandy's parents for a couple of nights in
Yeah.
Guelph, and I
Yeah.
don't think we could pull that off with
No.
the band and Mark,
Yeah.
Jess's
And our
husband,
sound
and
guy, yeah, it's a huge production.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, I've seen behind the curtain a little bit over the last few years, and it's not a position I envy, but it is a lot of fun, or people wouldn't do it, right?
Yeah.
mm,
So maybe I'm thinking anybody that's watching this day of release, the album's out in just like 2 more days.
Mhm.
Um, I'm trying to think dates for your tour. Do you want to maybe give a couple dates that are after the album release date?
Yeah, we could. Well, we are playing we're playing the Carlton is first. That's October
Hmm.
24th.
day before.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
we're playing our hometowns in St. John at the BMO Theater on the 26th of October, which I'm really looking forward to. I always look forward
Yeah,
to our
yeah.
our home shows because it's, our family and friends, and it's just I go into it feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous, but then as soon as I sit down, I just feel like I'm so comfortable right now. This is like these are my people. So I look forward to that one. And then we're taking off to Ontario on November 1st. And we hit where we were at Westport, Covan. I still have to look at my notes here.
Can you see it?
I can, yeah. And then we're Stonecroft Folk. It's in Ingersoll, Ontario. That's a house concert, which I'm
Cool.
looking at that one
Yeah,
too.
that place is going to be great. They have naps in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, yeah. They said we could arrive early, sound check, and have a nap. So that really appeals to Bill.
Yeah.
And then we are in Guelph, which is Sandy's hometown,
Yep.
at Silent Sounds. Have you ever been there or heard of
No, I have heard of it, but I've not been there.
it? Yeah, Silent Sounds. And then we're playing the Cameron House in the back room in Toronto.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's on November 7th. And then we're back in New Brunswick in Florenceville at Second Wind Music Center. And then
Just
actually
just in
we
time
just
for some Christmas releases too.
right. And then we just added another date, December 14th at in St. Andrews at the Dunn Theater in the Huntsman Marine
Cool.
Center. Yeah.
Did you say Redbird Live?
Oh, I didn't say Redbird. You say Redbird.
Redbird Live in Ottawa on November 2nd.
So you
That's a
guys have
really,
a nice tight schedule for your fall, keeping yourselves nice and busy. And as you mentioned, the other project has a Christmas treat coming our way.
Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So I did see that you already started releasing singles for this album. So you have a third one that's being timed with the full album release. And there's a music video to go along with that as well.
Yes.
Is that something you did in camp? Like, is that a do-it-yourself music video, or did you outsource that?
No, the videographer that I like to work with is Jordan Matty. So he came here to my house and we did three videos in one day, and it's really just us performing in a live performance setting. And yeah, and it's actually the third single that we're releasing is Bill's song. So on this album is a combination of, I think we each did two originals each, and then we did a cover of Anna McGarrigle's song Going Back to Ireland. And yeah, our feature song and second video is Bill's song. It's called I Feel More Like I Do Now.
That's a whole hour
That's a whole other story.
Yeah. Well, and I'm curious too now for pre-orders, I see that there was vinyl there as well. Is that also being released this week?
Yeah, you can pre-order the vinyl now. Here, I'll show you. It's right here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah,
it's got like a Merlot color vinyl color to it as well.
Excited that you mentioned that because, well, I'm a graphic designer too, so I get very excited about the.
Yes, I remember the last time that we had you on, we talked about records. Yeah.
Isn't that pretty? I love it.
Yeah, very, very beautiful package there. So people can go out and pre-order that now. And it's like I said, if you're watching this day of release, it's out in a couple of days. If you're watching this a couple of days later, it's already out there. So you can go stream it now and you can buy yourself a copy online. I imagine you have some of those at shows.
Oh yeah, I'll have all those CDs, vinyl, and actually t-shirts are being printed as we speak.
Oh, cool. Great.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I have to keep an eye out for that. And I'll be keeping an eye out for shows that are in my path. As I mentioned, I'm kind of jet setting around a little bit myself these days. So I have to see if our paths line up at some point here. I'm curious now for the fact that we mentioned two different band names. If I want to send people to follow what's happening with these projects throughout the winter and as you come off tour and start to reveal new plans for 2025, where should we send viewers?
Send viewers to my website, jessicarraye.com. Everything's there. You can find Bill there, Sandy, and the Ramshackle Parade's there too. Yeah.
Amazing. Nice central point of contact for everyone. And I think you can order right from the website if anyone's looking to get the album. I did mention before Bandcamp as well. I'm always like to promote that, but where you have a nice central location with the website for all of the information and your store right there and a way to keep track of your other players with you as well. That's amazingly convenient. So we'll send people there. I'll have a link in the description down below. And before we actually wrap this up today, I'm curious from the new album, we mentioned there's 3 singles already. Is there a specific song that you would like to play out with?
What are yours? What are mine?
Well,
Sandy's not here, so he doesn't get a look.
To our co-write, Jared's Mountain.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah, how about Jared's Mountain? Bill and I wrote that song together.
Perfect. Amazing. And leading up to Music New Brunswick, I'll definitely be looking to see what all the nominees are up to. I'd like to see the hard push that everybody puts out there right up to the festival. I would like to do a follow-up with you guys, maybe sometime maybe when you're back off those tour dates or in the new year. I'd like to hear how the music awards went and how the tour goes and maybe get a little sneak peek on what your plans are for the year ahead.
Yeah, sure. And yeah, maybe Sandy can join us for that too.
Yeah.
Amazing. That would be great. Well, thank you for joining me here today. And for anyone out there listening, stay tuned here for a track from the album and then go out and follow these guys online. Thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
Talk soon.
Take care.
Yeah.
Hush, my baby, close your eyes. The sun has gone to sleep quietly. sail the changing tide, rest in sunny valleys beneath the fragrant pines, sing with all the songbirds or crickets lullaby. Evening moonlight shadows softly close your eyes. Hush, my baby, fast asleep, so peaceful in my arms, swaying in the evening breeze under moonlight's charm. You're safe with me, my darling. We're lazy in the easy chair, a moonbeam blanket on your back and starlight in your hair. Climb up Jared's mountain, sail the changing tides, rest in sunny valleys beneath the fragrant pines, sing with all the songbirds or crickets lullaby. Evening moonlight shadows softly close your eyes. I'll hold you close, my darling, and whisper in your ear. Drift away till morning, love, I'll be waiting there. Climb up Jared's mountain, sail the changing tides, rest in sunny valleys beneath the fragrant pines, sing with all the songbirds and crickets lullaby. Evening moonlight shadows softly close your eyes. Evening moonlight shadows softly